Hello and welcome back to week 3 of GG Leagues Valorant. I am Light Rose and the egg right next to me is Cosmic. Hello.
Hello, Rose. We have a very exciting matchup today between UNL Crimson, who we saw last time go
hmm
take a loss there, versus ERAU Eagles Blue, who are currently on a 2-game losing streak. So hopefully one of these two teams can go ahead and boost themselves back up in the rankings. But I'm pretty excited for our matches here today. They were pretty exciting last time as well.
Yeah, UNL they started out pretty good. They won their first map, but then Zelos just kind of came back and did the 1-2 punch and won that map 3. So right now UNL, you're going up against an 0-2 team. This is something where you can say we do have a little bit of an advantage here. So
Yeah, no, I mean, we're starting back off on Icebox, something we have seen before. I'm pretty sure that was a ERAU pick right there. But Icebox has sent splits, what we got running on. We did see UNL actually do pretty well last time attacking phase as far as Icebox went too. So I'm interested to see what they can pull out this time. I mean, they are, up in a win. Last time was extremely hard. They took it all the way to overtime last time as well. And so as soon as we dive into agent select here, we'll see what we got going on Icebox.
yeah, and Icebox should be pretty interesting maps. We'll see how this kind of whole show starts off. We might, see we do see the Viper being flashed very, very common on Icebox, especially for that one site, that A site, where you just have a very, very open area. You cover it all with her ultimate, and it is just locked down.
Yep, we did see Viper play out pretty well last time. We have Yoru for Nebraska as well. Saw that, and Primordial Soup once again on some range as well. I mean, we've seen what UNL had last time. We do have a bit of a mix-up as well. We do have a
Choose
raise
your
over on the
agent.
side of Eagles there. So that should be pretty exciting nonetheless. We haven't seen much of that. I mean, it's pretty much just straight up initiative and damage and sectioning people off, especially with those grenades. So especially on a very open map like Icebox, I'm very interested to see what McDonald's worker has up their sleeve for that one. We're gonna dive headfirst into the match right now.
Yeah, so the only difference is going to be that Yoru on the other side. And we saw Nebraska bring the
Mhm.
Yoru, I believe, every single map last time that we saw UNL. So it's not a very surprising pick. I mean, and there are times where the Yoru definitely works out. You're able to do the flashes, you're able to, teleport behind the enemy. And if Nebraska plays it well, if the UNL are able to coordinate, then it should go well. And you mentioned the attacking side, how they did well. Well, they're going to be on the attacking side now.
Yeah, so hopefully their train from last time passes on once again. I mean, it did. It took them a little bit to get some momentum going, but once they did, they just kept on trekking. And again, they took it all the way to overtime last time. Unfortunately, weren't able to come up with a win. So very interested to see what they have around the corner here as well. Setting up solid on A side here. We got a pretty good defense as the rest of the members of ERAU are looking around there, and they're going to be diving right into it. Shadow trying to peek around the corner. We do get one kill from Jimmy up on the top right now, taking down McDonald's worker. Bit of spotting up. They don't realize there's someone behind them. A little frenzy to be quickly taken out there by Nebraska. As the rest of the members try to wrap around, we just have Viper coming up from behind from UNL Crimson. Jimmy's gonna take another one as well, and there's no stopping this UNL team here.
Oh yeah, already going on forward. 5v2. UNL doing so well on this pistol round.
Last player standing. Flawless.
It is going to be a flawless round. Very, very strong going into this. Already, you can see just how confident they were going forward, how aggressive they were. Such a good job at clearing the site, getting that plant down, and just winning out the round.
Yeah, and I mean, it's very different from what we've seen before. We did see them run 2 pistol rounds last time. It does seem like their opposing mates will be doing similar strats to them. A few of them have shields, but I mean, with just such a solid win, I'm pretty sure, yeah, one flawless there, they're just going to pick up heavy shields, get as many assault rifles as possible, and they're just going to try to keep snowballing this lead as fast as possible.
Standing
They're
ahead.
looking straight for the A side again. It worked so well last time, might as well run it twice. Angle currently being held by Primordial Soup. We did see him go extremely insane last time. So many kills. French is going to get taken out by Nebraska there. Jimmy immediately goes to the shot, takes it as well. McDonald's was able to trade back as well.
Raised it.
Falling flat quickly.
Spike down A.
Jimmy there, and yeah, once again, UNL down 2 members.
One
this
enemy
time.
remaining.
They're starting to lose a bit of a step there, but 1 member left is going to be going, popping around behind, and yeah, they're just going to keep taking this. Spotted out there, going to be quickly taken out there by Primordial Soup with a headshot, and UNL just pressing their initiative here.
And you could tell just how extremely confident Jimmy was. It was like nobody could shoot Jimmy. You could see 5-0 having the Guardian just completely hopping behind McDonald's worker, using their own Viper wall as cover and just completely taking control of the site. This is a very, very dominant first 2 rounds from UNL. Yeah, you may have gotten a couple deaths, but overall, it just looks like this is their A site. They are completely outmaneuvering ERAU, and I think a lot might need to change. Right? Once again, Jimmy! The wonderful second shot on McDonald's worker. They're gonna ult, and once again, this A site just completely theirs, and it hasn't even been, or barely been, 30 seconds.
Primordial Soup holding the backline does. Saw the Viper just a little bit, get a retreat off of that one as well. And I mean, UNL has a lockdown on this. Trying to get a shot off, but Primordial Soup is not allowing that to happen one bit. There goes Rocky out of the corner there from Jimmy, who is just absolutely stacked this match so far, doing so extremely well. Cookie waiting on the side there. Jimmy holding the line, gets a few shots off, is going to be taking quite a bit of damage there. He's able to get away just enough, and is going to get taken out by Super Cookie there with a little bit of help. But Jade has the angle on them, and it looks like all but done for round 3 for ERAU, unless Going can really get something going here. Able to get 1. Trying to look for another one. Gonna take quite a few shots instead. Gotta pick up a gun. Bomb's close to blowing up. He's just gonna book it out of there. And UNL Crimson once again 0-3 at the start of Icebox here.
You got out. That is something that at least your economy isn't the worst, because you're going to have that Guardian. You might be able to buy a couple SMGs, light armor, everything and that. And then you look at the other side of UNL. Jimmy, 8-1. 8-1 in these first 3 rounds, and I'm sure that they are welcoming what ERAU is doing in these early rounds, peeking the ever-loving crap out of Jimmy, who is just hanging back on Raptors using that Guardian. Now they've swapped over to the fully assault rifle. It's going to be very, very scary, and Little Frenchie going to miss that marker shot. He's going to take some damage from McDonald's working. Just this A site seems to be the place of attack. Frenchie's going to get taken down, and Nebraska might be going on and might use that teleport. And there we go. We are going to see this A site once again. Flashes galore on McDonald's worker, and that's 2 down in the spike. Still these minute planted through the smoke. It's Nebraska using these flashes wonderfully. And they're going to get another one onto Rocky. This might be an ace inbound, but his going straight up the middle. They're just waiting for the welcome arms of Shadow Nebraska. And there it is. It is. It's going to be the ace of UNL. It's going to be the ace of Nebraska.
Full ace for Nebraska, just absolutely popping off that round. And it just doesn't feel like ERAU has anything to really back it up. And so they're just going to keep running this. Like, there's no strong return defense there. You keep having Going, trying to pop around the backside, trying to go for something there. And it's just not working out. You got to change up your strategy somewhere, and it just hasn't happened yet for the Eagles side. And so who knows, we might have an almost just flawless look around here for UNA Crimson, who is just not slowing down in their attack, and they are just feeling positive that they can just keep going.
And it seems routine. Like, you see Jimmy going up here again. You got Nebraska on the floor. Going to have to ult, and they're going to try to cover that area. I think that's very, very smart, because now that you're going over and over again, Nebraska is going to go straight into the back line. Their dimensional drift's about to go out, and they're going to be able to get on the top. They're going to take a little bit of damage, but not much before Frenchie goes down. And now the site, it's not exactly in the control of UNL, and it's not actually. It's 2 are going to back out. Jimmy's going to get taken out, and McDonald's worker's going to get hanged right in the middle. And now we're at a 4v3, as now we've actually reached a point where things have gone slow.
Ooh, yeah, it's going quite back and forth. 2 members left for ERAU. Some solid traces. They're just going to rotate straight to B site. You have Rocky popping in the corner, taking out the legs of Nebraska there. Forced to run back, but Smike trying to get planted. Not able to find it yet. Shadow's trying to look for something around the backside. It's good to just go straight forward, right inside chip container. And it's going to be a 2v2 in the end. This is the closest ERU's gotten taking a round here if it's not been without some casualty.
Unfortunate timing that we got Super Cookie and then they get taken out. So it's just going to be Rocky on 100 health, but they're going to get revealed. And now all eyes are trained on that backside. They catch them on the rotate. So now it's just a matter of time. The walls have started closing in and Rocky realizes that it just might be impossible to win this. They're going to back off. But like you said, the closest that ERAU have gotten this 1v2, a lot of 1v1s, but just inability to check the corners with UNL Crimson. It's 5-0 now at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, earlier Tree trying to back up, was trying to at least take out one member there, trying to stop the account and me of Crimson there, but it's not gonna find it. Seeing Nebraska with that ace from earlier is gonna quickly take second place, nearing Jimmy's KD right there as well, and it's feeling pretty positive so far.
I mean, with going 8-2 in these first 5 rounds, that is something that you're on a little bit of a dopamine rush. You're going into these sites just clicking heads left and right, and you've got Nebraska on your back. You got that ace. They're looking positive as well, and there's that double peek as Going's going to get taken down. You're not going to have the Viper anymore. UNL Crimson has not stopped pressing the W button ever since this round started.
No, Nebraska. Ooh, Jane's going to take out a 1-1 there. He's going to two on top. Frenchie is able to pick off Jimmy, but Nebraska's going to go with 3 kills. Take off Frenchie there, and that was probably the fastest round I think we've had so far. Just Nebraska absolutely tearing it up tonight, doing a really solid job of just taking out these members as fast as humanly possible. And I mean, who knows? We might just see a match point by attacking round here. So far, it's not looking like ERAU has much of a plan on Icebox, and this is the defense map that they chose, and they just haven't been able to hold it so far.
Something that UNL is doing is that when they see an opening, when they've gotten an entry pick, like I mentioned, they will not stop pressing the W button. And now that they see that it might be clear nobody is on this A site, the closest one is Sova, and now that Rocky is gone, there's that entry needed, and it's just the site completely clear. Now you're going to have this post-plant situation, and it's something that ERAU has struggled with in these past 6 rounds. Once that spike has gone down, it's completely been UNL's game, and there is Jimmy once again. Is there any other way we can paint this? Because UNL just seems to be in complete control.
Yeah, UNL going on the hunt. McDonald's will get one, but Nebraska will just keep picking up members left and right here. Jimmy's going to take care of that one, and there's just no slowing down. ERAU just really has to take a moment, pause, and just really go over what's happening to them right now, because it's whatever you're doing, whatever your plan is here, it's not working out. And it does look like Crimson's going to keep running back to this A site. It's worked every time so far. And heck, when they ran straight to blue, they didn't go for a plant. They went on the hunt, took out members left and right. And once again, ERAU is just going to keep dropping 2 or 3 members on to that A site and just going to try to send the rest of the round back there. And you do have Viper from Crimson. Well, ulti coming out from Nebraska. Trying to sneak up on members there, just getting to the site. Ooh, gets Rocky off in the corner there, popping the flash. Jade and Shadow also taking on other members here, and it's just already crumbling apart for this Eagles team. Headshot from Cookie will take back 1, but Shadow's already got the plant, and I don't think there's much help left for this round.
I think the thing here is that UNL Crimson has mechanical dominance.
Oh
but
my
Cookie
god.
with 2 there, walking right into the fire. And now you're at a 2v2. That res is going to bring it to a 3v2 as Cookie tries to find another one, but the recoil's not going to help them in the end. They are about 50 HP, but UNL still has control of the site. Joey gonna slink up. They're gonna try to get something, and there we go. Primordial Suit is down 2v2, but now it's just up to Cookie. They're gonna have to find something, but Shadow is gonna take them down, and it's still gonna make it an 8-0 here.
Yeah, I mean, they did a solid job taking care of that one out of the mix. I mean, you were able to quickly take care of the economy of some of the members of UNL, but I mean, full team of Vandals. I think we got a Hades there. Actually, no, we got a Guardian there. Sorry about that. On the board, and full armor. It's just there's no slowing down, and something's not working with this Eagles team here because we're at 0-8. It's been 19 minutes since we started the stream. Something's going wrong, or else you're gonna just lose this map in a full sweep to UNL. You gotta change something, and so far, whatever you're trying, it's not working. Except for Cookie, who went on a pretty positive round. Is seeing Nebraska's gonna sneak up the middle there and take out a few members. Jade will get another. Rocky's able to get one headshot back on a trade, but 2 members fall.
One enemy remaining.
And people are just gonna keep going down left and right. It's just, once again, not looking good. Trying to look from the angle with an op there will be our last member of McDonald's worker. Does not see people popping on the corners. Trying to get a shot, not gonna find it. And yeah, that's the round. 9-0. It's just, it keeps falling down for ERAU. Meanwhile, for Crimson, I mean, you gotta be patting yourself on the back, or maybe you kicked up your legs a bit, taking a bit of relaxation, feeling pretty confident because there's just no slowing down for this team. It's gonna take, honestly, a miracle to try to take back not only 9, just try to take back 9 rounds on this map alone.
We're going for GGLeagues Valorant any % at this point. Just how quickly these rounds are going. Because of how fast they're going, that also shows just how completely dominant they are with the mid-rush, the full mid-rush, and they weren't ready for it. And now an advantage for ERAU, but there we go. Primordial Soup is able to find one. All they need is one more, and there it is. It's a 3v3, and now it's a 3v2. The advantage that ERAU had completely gone. And now you've got Super Cookie with the operator, possibly find something, but shot just a little bit to the right, and there it is. They have been the person that ERAU has counted on these past couple rounds just to get them back into the swing of things. And now we're back at a little bit of a stalemate here, as that arrow is going to immediately get shot out. But here's the thing, is that ERAU, they do have mid control, but with UNL, yep, they can do exactly what they're doing, and they can go out this B side.
Yeah, Going is going to start moving out there as well, questioning where the other members are. Cookie will follow suit because, I mean, holding that angle for anyone, it's just not going to help you out. Thinking they might try to do a rotation. They're going to back up here. Not going to see anyone just yet, and that's because the rest of ERU are starting to wrap around to B point. They might just try to rush A here because there's nobody looking, nobody waiting for them. And with 20 seconds left here, that just might be the call. Op is going to come out from Cookie, taking out Jade. Nice, real quick, holding that very tiny angle there, looking for some gut shots. We'll find it. First round back, 3K on top for Super Cookie as well. And I mean, that was a pretty confident looking match there. It was a bit messy overall, but hey, you're able to at least pull out one win against these 9 from UNL.
You're not going to get 13-0. That is definitely something you can say. And Super Cookie, having that 3 last round, they are now reaching positive and keeping the op in their hand. A very smart move. But the problem is, where are you going to position yourself? We see Super Cookie playing that mid area, but ERAU, what they had last time is they had that surprise factor, and they can't do the same thing twice because now you've got rushing A. And here we go, Nebraska. Last time they used their drift, they were able to get into the site and completely get worth. But here's the thing, Going gonna be up front. There is gonna be a trade right outside of A site. A 4v4's Going is just gonna have this judge. They're gonna stay right in, but they get recon bolted. How long are they going to live? Not very long.
One
Just
enemy
one
remaining.
more player left. McDonald's worker all alone, as that spike is gonna get put on the ground.
Yeah, at least one more will be down. Take another one. McDonald's worker losing the element of surprise there, but they will at least take down one other member. Trying to go up high here. 3 of the members, they have that timer slowly ticking. Ooh, sees one member trying to go for a shot. We'll get the headshot there, but it's going to quickly get traded out by Shadow on a 3K. And I mean, 3 more rounds left for UNL to win, and quite a few more
Last
for
round in the
ERU
half.
as we're just one match left before the switch here.
Spend all.
And now you can just see in their economy how dominant they are with both Shadow and Jade, essentially with their gun purchases being on max currency. With Shadow being 9 and 3, that is literally 1/3 of the deaths of GGLeagues, who is the least killed member of their entire team. There's so many ways that you could paint this map as all UNL.
Ooh, McDonald's working going a bit violent here, trying for something. Super Cookie dropping ultis in the backline to take quite a bit of health out of there. Shadow and Nebraska, extra members there. Primordial Soup getting a headshot off on Rocky there as well. Super Cookie able to take out one. Revive will happen immediately, so full man squad, 2 left here for the Eagles. And I mean, they're just gonna immediately drop ulti and plant. They have nothing left to do, but Cookie's gonna get one. Is gonna immediately take it out. It's down to Going, who hasn't been able to get much this game, and I'm not sure they're gonna get very much against 4 other members here.
A 1v4 with the Viper ult on the site. Your chances are basically 0. They are gonna be able to find one, but Primordial Soup trying for a little bit of a clip there with a zipline operator. The accuracy goes down the more you move, my friend. And there is going to be a 2v1 as GGLeagues going to find 2, but yeah, still with that Viper ult coaxing the entire site, they're going to be spotted. And there we go. With going down, it's going to be 11-1. 1 round off of essentially a flawless half.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
Switching sides.
It's not looking good, honestly. Maybe the side of ERAU will have a better chance on defense here. I mean, look how well it worked for, on attack here. It looks really well. It went really well for UNL, but I mean, like, defense going solid over to B. It looks like they might even try to rush here from the side of UNL. I mean, they have the placement set. We do have Nebraska just kind of waiting around the corner, maybe trying to drop something special here, maybe trying to check up some members, but I don't know. I don't know what ERU will have to try to play for this round. It looks like they're going to be looking for B. We haven't seen much B side play at all here, so maybe the side of UNL will not be as prepared for that one.
I think the thing to mention is I saw on the scoreboard that Nebraska was 19 and 6, and Yoru is just completely lending itself to the weaknesses of this team, because with Nebraska having these flashes, having this ult that can go behind the lines, something that ERAU is lacking is this communication combined with the mechanical skill, and Nebraska just can completely exploit that. They're gonna be able to find one, get taken down. It is still a 3v3, but with Raze on such low health, you have to be extremely careful. There goes GGLeagues. The spike is dropped. And now
Spike down,
I was
B.
going to say basically
One
a
enemy
1v3,
remaining.
but now it definitely is a 1v3. As McDonald's worker gets down the meal on map point, Cosmic. This early, it's been, what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, it's been about, I'm pretty
Match
sure, around
point.
25 minutes for us. It's not good for morale. It really isn't, especially just after a round like that, not turning out too well overall for your team. I mean, they started out pretty strong, but collapsed quickly as the rest of the members of UNL just kind of united in a force and push. They're going to rotate towards A site to hope to at least throw off some of the members, maybe get something going on. But I don't see much hope from what we've seen this match alone. It's going to take a lot more to try to bring this one back.
Rocky getting taken down. The chances have gone down from slim to almost none here. Now that we are going to have Jimmy find another one. Nebraska up top.
Spike
Takes
down
McDonald's worker. It is a tragedy in the making. You are going to be able to find one if you're a little
One
punchy,
enemy
but with
remaining.
going the left flashed and taken down 13-1. UNL
Defenders win.
a beatdown, and that is taking it lightly.
Yeah, I would say very lightly on that one, Rose. I mean, oh, that was rough. I mean, yeah, looking just at the KDAs in general there, Super Cookie was able to at least stack on top of the board, but it was Nebraska. Pretty sure it was 23, and so just absolutely crushing at that match. Just the entirety of UNL is just one force alone. It was... You're gonna have to take this time before the next match to at least quickly sit down and talk over what your options are here, because after a defeat like that, just such a massive just shutdown, you gotta look for something better.
Definitely, and there's gonna be a really big change on Ascent if we're not gonna see another 13-1, 13-2. But, like you said, they're gonna have to take this break because we are gonna go on a break. We're gonna give the time that, ERAU definitely needs to combat the very, very one-sided map that they went through. When we're back, we're gonna be on Ascent, and we will be right back. Week 3. There we go. There we go. It's my face. Hello. And Cosmic's egg face, of course.
Hello.
But like I said, welcome back to week 3 of GG Leagues. We are now on map 2 of UNL versus ERAU. And like you said, Cosmic, we are hoping that ERAU really took that couple minutes because they definitely need it after that first map.
Yeah, in case someone's joining us just after the first map, I don't know why you would. Just stay with us the whole time. 13-1 was the end score. UNL favor there. It was rough. It was really abysmal just out the get-go. It did not look like you had what was needed there for that entire match, and it you really just hope to see something, anything new or different. I want to see at least some maps get taken back. Don't just leave it to an almost flawless map for UNL there. But we're going to Ascent. It is UNL's choice for defense, so it might be a bit rough for the Eagles here. Though they might have something, they might have like some godlike play hidden under their glove for attack phase on Ascent. Who knows? But I mean, I'm very interested to see what these two teams have in store for this.
And Ascent, it's going to be a little bit more of a normal map, so we might see ERU have some strats in their back pocket as we should be heading on over to that operator select screen. We can see whatever is going to be selected by all these teams. We might not see a Viper. She's usually not as prevalent on this map. But, that Sage always handy as ever. We might see more smokes this time. Astra usually on Ascent is the go-to play.
Yeah, looks like that raise is going to be picked right in once again. Didn't really do much last time. Don't know what it will do here. Might have a lot more open opportunities for stuff. I'm very interested to see if Nebraska pulls out that neon. It's they're hovering it right now, but just the way Nebraska played last game, so aggressive, so forward front. I wouldn't be surprised if we did, but instead they're just gonna hover the chamber once again. And yeah, Jade's gonna pick up Killjoy. We have the Sage once again. Overall, pretty solid as far as defenders go, and just a solid team in general here for the side of UNL. Meanwhile, ooh, that's a bit of an interesting pick there over on the side for our attackers, and I'm very interested to see what we're going to have here. Full team locked
Select
in
your
for
agent.
ERAU. Full team locked in as well, as we're going to have right into Ascent here.
And Nebraska picking up the chamber, definitely, because I mentioned back at the kind of second round of the map that Yoru really lent itself to the weaknesses of ERAU. But I think chamber, having that pocket operator, having that pocket sheriff is going to be pretty good, because now if you're able to mechanically outduel your opponent like we've seen Nebraska do all day, then it should still work out all the same.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm very excited to see what Nebraska has here. Like you said, outdueling is what Nebraska does best, and it's worked out so well for them so far here. And I don't know. We have defenders already setting up pretty solidly right now. A few members on top of B holding some solid angles, and it does look like that's where the side of ERU are trying to look there as well. Well, A kind of bounced up against the wall here. Looks like they feel pretty solid about this B push, and so we might see Primordial Soup along with that Sage go ahead and just push from behind, as it looks like they're going to actually run most members up middle right now, with Nebraska kind of waiting to outduel in the corner here.
There's that raise, and it's going to be Super Cookie finding the first one, as Nebraska in the corner is going to be able to find one, not a second. So there is going to the advantage going to ERAU, as they're just kind of waiting over the market. McDonald's worker is able to take out Jade. 1 health for 100, it doesn't matter, as all they need is 1 headshot. As now we're back at a 3v2, as Shadow is going to try to go through market, try to find something, as Rocky's going to be crouched, and the try shot isn't going to work out, as now we're at a 2v2 as the post plan. Spike has gone down, so we might see a little bit of a change of pace here.
Yeah, French are going to hide behind the wall. Both members are being
Last
shot
player
out.
standing.
Ooh, Jimmy's able to take down going there real quick. Bots get taken as well. Frenchie might have something up their sleeve. Trying to look for a head. Not going to find it. Shadow pick up that one in first round off of a defuse. First plant, actually. The side of ERU has been able to get down. That's just going to go back to UNL.
Not a bad start honestly, for what we saw last map, to have it that close, to have Super Cookie get the first pick and then McDonald's worker find 2 after, things could be a lot worse. Now, you did lose the round, so of course you might lose the second one because you're not really going to be able to win against the opponent to have this light armor, this heavy armor, the Guardian that Jimmy's bringing out. We saw in the first couple rounds that it was just devastating.
Yeah, and I mean, Jimmy once again stacking up on top of the board there, feeling pretty solid. Running for a full A push this time. Shadow trying to hold off some members there, trying to slow them down. Might be able to get one peek and shot there. It's going to take out Rocky, get out 2, get out 3. And Frenchie's going to have to shut that down real quick before they lose the whole team here. Able to get another one off on Nebraska there as well. 3v2. Super Cookie finding another. Shot going wide for Soup there. Is able to get a headshot, last shot there. Well, duel happening in the back right now. Frenchie's able to take down Jimmy 1v1. Frenchie has no idea where Soup is, who is right behind them. Trying to do a full run around here. Still has still has bomb as well. Is gonna run it all the way to B site. Has the tools to defend themselves even without members there. Has the bots and whatnot. His Primordial Soup is just taking it real slow, thinking that Frenchie might be taking the long way around.
My question is, why were they still keeping with the Marshall? This round really feels like it should have been UNL, but UNL just did not play it well. They did not play their position well, and they were just like, oh, you know, we'll win the gunfights. It doesn't even matter. With Primordial Soup keeping the Marshall, it's not a 1v1 weapon that you really want, especially because when a team has armor and Marshall, you're going to have to hit it twice, and there we go. The swap over to the Spectre. Very smart by Primordial Super, I guess, the basic common sense, as now we are once again at a post-plant situation. Frenchie with Killjoy, possibly one of the best operators that you can have, but now as that spike starts to tick a little faster, the turret is going to be able to actually not spot Primordial Soup, and this could be very, very scary as Frenchie, he's going to get taken out, but is Primordial Soup able to get there? I don't think they are, and are we going to be at a 1v1? Yes, we are. This early in the map, we are going to be at a 1v1 comp.
Yeah, I mean, quite the difference from what we saw last time here. It does look like ERAU are feeling much more in their own skin here, not really pulling out anything crazy so far. And I mean, you know, it worked out pretty well. I really think Soup could have taken it there. I mean, they just had some pretty fast plays, were able to quickly take out McDonald's worker, or sorry, Frenchie in the end there. But, you know, just took way too long, was way too cautious, really concerned because probably it was that Marshall they had in their hands. They couldn't really outduel someone. They would have to land the first shot, so they have to play it careful. They have to play Overwatch the entire time. And, you know, could have won it, but I think it was just a poor gun choice in the end. It just wasn't really feeling it, especially after that worked out. Split members, we do have some members trying to hold up mid there as well. Winning round, trying to see get any sights. Meanwhile, we do have Rays waiting in the back there by B site. Just kind of keep it some Overwatch as well. McDonald's worker almost spinning off Jimmy there. Does see the Killjoy bot too, holding against. Trying to look for head as Shadow will drop. And Rays will probably have to back out of that one. As other members start round. Super Cookie able to get Jade off of a headshot. Working pretty well so far. Rocky's able to find another one here, and who knows? ERAU might have the lockdown on this one as they're just going to be down to a 5v3 in the end.
Now with McDonald's workers sneaking up, if Jimmy peeks at the right time, but if they don't peek the leg, did McDonald's workers see the leg? It doesn't even matter, as they're able to take it out. But on the other side of the world, it's Nebraska finding 3
30
before getting
seconds
taken
left.
out. So now Primordial Soup is going to have to be once again in that 1v2 situation, probably post plant as well, as Just Rocky is going to go to this site, put that spike down. So it kind of seems like we're looking at a mirror here, Cosmic. Because once again, Primordial Soup at A site should be able to pick up this gun to give themselves a little bit of a bigger advantage. But the chances just don't seem that high, but definitely still winnable.
Yeah, I mean, Soup feeling a lot more quick than last time. Ooh, nasty headshot there to McDonald's worker. You're down, left to 1v1 versus this Breach, who is not fully on point. It's kind of waning high up above. Got back around the corner, following the headshot. Soup's able to shut that one down a lot faster there without really the hindrance of being scared of a 1v1 shot there. I mean, it's looking really good, but I think UNL is starting to pick it up here.
Yeah, that definitely felt a lot more like what we saw before. Primordial Soup had the confidence to swing those and had the mindset that they were just going to win the gunfight no matter what happened. And they did win the gunfight because in the end, what we have seen is that UNL just have better gun skill over their opponents, over ERAU. They just know their way around, these sheriffs, these phantoms, these vandals a lot better than ERAU. It's a very blunt thing to say, I think, but it feels accurate.
Yeah. Nebraska pulling out the sniper rifle here is going to get blinded off there by the smoke. And it's going to be possibly waiting to find the face of a Breach there. Breach actually taking quite a bit of damage there overall. Yeah, we'll get some damage off on there. Members starting to push B as they realize that their A strat isn't working as well as it was before. Or at least their mid push wasn't working as well as before there. Primordial Soup trying to go for the angle there. Below front, you got to drop down the ulti as well, forcing off members way off this B site. So we do have Jade actually in a very, very fun corner there. Is able to avoid the ulti while staying on point. Able to sneak up behind and take out Jade. It's big question marks across the board. Cookie has no idea what's going on.
One enemy remaining.
Jade able to get the 3 kills. Shadow able to pick off 1. And it's a flawless round with Nebraska landing a headshot with that sniper rifle. Yeah, that was pretty rough. No one was ready for Jade in the back there.
I think this game does get a little easier when no one turns around to shoot at you, despite killing off a member of your team that was putting the spike down. There's only one place that they could be, and Super Cookie just ignored it and kept flying around. So for Jade, that was probably the easiest 3K that they've had in a while. Is now Nebraska still in this position. They don't even need to have that ultimate. All they need is the operator. The reflexes. Nebraska taking their time with that, able to take out McDonald's worker. And now that puts it at a 4v3. The advantage that ERAU had before is starting to slip, and it might go all the way down here.
Trying to go off there, but Cookie instead will just drop down the defense there. In the end, keeping themselves alive while distracting Jade overall. Cookie's back up, but Shadow's going to shut down that method real quick. See Nebraska trying to look around the corner. Going to get peeked by 2 members. Frenchie's able to get a solid shot off there, with Shadow returning the favor as well and looking for the revive. It's down to 1 last member here. It's just Rocky left around the corner. It's going to be spotted out there by the tip of the gun. Jimmy will go ahead and pick up that one. Defuse happening 4-1. I mean, it was starting to look a lot more even beforehand, but I mean, like, it's starting to look a lot more like first game here. I mean, only one win so far for the side of ERAU, and hopefully they can get one more so we don't have 2 13-1 rounds on the board.
Kind of feels like the earlier rounds was just UNL playing very silly, if that makes any sense. It's a very, very basic explanation, but not really taking things seriously, having positioning that is by all means very, very poor. And right now, if Nebraska can get a good play here, immediately getting taken out by Super Cookie, that could have gone very, very bad. But right now, McDonald's worker gonna do some damage to Shadow, who's eventually get taken out. Actually, they killed themselves in the process. So you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, pushing as a full 5-man here. A lot of the UNL members don't really have much to uphold this, except for Soup able to get a headshot over the edge. Spikes get planted. There's just so many members on the board, it's hard to deal with them all. It's down to a 2v2 across the board. Alt's gonna get dropped down here by Jade. Headshot landed by Jimmy there. 1 member left. Jimmy has some pretty solid gun skill, but rest of the members are gonna fall from the board. 5-1. It was a good attempt, honestly, from ERAU. Was able to take off quite a few members there, pull them off their guard, and maybe try try some more of that. Try some different tactics. It's just the full 5-man shove. You're not really expecting it. You were able to take out second member on the board of Nebraska just real quick with that one.
And 5-1. We're at that halfway point, and you can see on the scoreboard 4 diffuses. So getting the spike down does not seem to be the problem. It's just everything after that. You know, holding on to the site has been a struggle the entire match. We see even on the defensive side of Icebox, there's still a really big struggle as
Enemy down.
Rocky's definitely going to regret wanting to get that open. Now Shadow might. No, I was going to say they're going to get that shot, but just aren't able to find it. It's going to put it at a 3v3 with only Jimmy really being the defender of A.
Yeah, has a decent idea where members are. Should have dropped down an ulti. It's not gonna find it though. Members are able to split up pretty quickly there overall. Do have Frenchie's ulti, blocking off a good chunk of A. Gonna get blinded and forced back with Cookie shoving point immediately. 3 members on top. Able to get one headshot down. Remaining. 2 trades real quick as Jimmy's gonna get refragged out by Cookie, and Cookie's gonna precisely get refragged out there as well. Plant is down. You're once again left to just going. Who's gonna get found on the side by headshot? And yeah, no, it's just staying alive at this point. You're able to get down the plant pretty solid overall and slip past all these members. But just, you know, just sticking around, just staying alive to see that point last longer. It just does not seem to be ERU's strong suit here.
There is something I feel that in this map, it makes it feel closer. I don't know what it is. Like, yes, we're at a 6-1 scoreline, but something about how this match has gone feels a lot different than from before. It might be because these two teams have swapped sides, so it is ERAU that is able to kind of set the tempo, go on to the site that they want, and it's not Nebraska just going on forward and actually almost dying there, but only going to be able to escape with 49 HP. This can be very, very dangerous, but not dangerous enough to really worry about it.
Yeah, grenade gonna go wide there overall. Ulti's being picked up by Cookie here as they're trying to get some wall bangs, not really finding much. Hunting down the side of B here. Other members are starting to back around. To have Jimmy trying to pop around the corner there, is able to get a solid shot, but not able to land anything. One down as well. Going to be able to get another one just barely. It's down to 2 members left here.
1 enemy remaining.
Never mind, it's just down to 1, and Jay's able to get a second shot off there for a flawless round. And yeah, I mean, it always feels close, but it looks like some sort of strategy went out the complete window there for the side of ERU. They just, these past few rounds, they've had coordination, they've had ideas, but not something to stay alive, and that time just did not work for you whatsoever.
There's so many things to look at as to why UNL are just completely dominating. I mean, when you have Jade hanging in this corner, that it's happened more than once that they're able to kind of get a free kill, and it's just not checking corners, not, you know, really clearing the site off, keeping your angles, and that's a hard thing because when you're really out-dueled, it makes it a lot scarier to try to go forward, try to hold these angles, because there's a 90% chance that you're not going to win the duel. As right now, Super Cookie might be able to keep this, but Jimmy's gonna lose that duel, and now we are at a 5v4.
Yeah, 3-5 is gonna pop up there, saving Cookie's butt there in the end. And you know, Jimmy's down as well, able to get a few shots off onto Soup there, who's not able to really find much. Pushing up mid right now, they have a solid control point. We've seen them succeed in this before, able to get straight to a point, taking out a few members along the way while losing quite a few more. Shadow's going to quickly bring it back to a 4v4. But I mean, again, it's still that matter of staying alive in the end. You're able to get the plant down, and you know how to do it well, and they're taking it very carefully this time. Soup able to catch a few members out on the side there, going to find going straight in the head. B. Ooh, but Rocky and Cookie able to find kills of their own, bringing this to once again favor on the other side. Nebraska able to get 1 kill off, but not before Cookie is able to take down Soup. Plant is going down, and for once you have, for once again, actually, we saw it before, you have the member advantage once again with this plant down. So who knows? We might see another victory coming out here for ERAU as Nebraska's just kind of firing blind, trying to find somebody here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, there it is, the 1v1 situation, and it's still the Killjoy. It always seems to be the Killjoy. Oh, and they weren't checking the spot. The gun barrel was not there, the indication. And Frenchie now making it 7-2. That is 100% more rounds that they were able to get in this map than the last map. Statistically, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Frenchie has a way of staying alive so far because they have been the one to plant and the one to keep going every time so far, or at least in the times that they've won so far. And they're feeling solid. That strategy worked out pretty well for them. They took it slow, took their time. They were able to catch a lot of the members here of UNL off their guard who are ready for some quick gunfights. And to just be able to quickly trade it over and get it done with. Shadow's going to block off a wall there, trying to hope for something. Meanwhile, McDonald's work is just going to get spotted after trying to drop down there. Little bomb buddy, who's not going to find much in the end. Soup going for this angle again, trying to get something, but Rocky has the Guardian, and you're not ready for that one. Take out there, and it's a slow push here, and you can see a lot of trades before Nebraska go ahead to take off somebody's pelvis. But Cookie's able to trade that one back as well, and they have the member advantage. Maybe slow and steady is what they want.
All right, here comes the shock dart. It's going to do some damage to McDonald's workers. Going to crack that shield. And now, no more shock arrows. We do see Jimmy having to back up. I think they've done their job of kind of scaring this team away, but it's Jade in the corner. Are we gonna go almost 3 for 3 at this point? A Super Cookie goes down. Yes, we are. Jade finds one. We're not gonna be able to find the second, but it's still, we're at that 2v2 Killjoy at below 50 HP, and now that Nebraska has been risen, the chances have diminished immensely.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, pulling out that sniper already. Nebraska is ready to go ahead and take a head and keep moving on. Jimmy's able to find that head though, as Shadow's going to fall flat. Nebraska able to find going in the end, and they're able to get the defuse real quick and simple. Trying to pull some funky moves there on the plant as well.
And I think what might have been doing is trying to get another ultimate orb, because, you know, just when you expend all the shots, your ultimate then technically ends. So getting your ultimate possibly for the next 2 rounds, but we do see Nebraska back at 0-7. But I think losing the chamber ultimate is possibly the least of your worries, because you still have Jimmy's, you've still got Soups, you've got Jade's, and on the other side, not much to work off of. Super Cookie's ultimate isn't the strongest, and Rocky's ultimate is just very, very situational, and hasn't been a situation where it's really been absolutely good.
Yeah, complete blind knife coming out here, and it's gonna go wide. Part of me was hoping to see that land on something, as McDonald's were able to take down Nebraska. Meanwhile, ulti from Jimmy's actually gonna find one member there in the end, and it's gonna bring it back to a quick 4. No Killjoy ulti is gonna find. Actually, he's gonna find someone just barely there. As pushes are coming around the corner, headshot for Soup, able to get down one. Jimmy's able to get down 2 more for the KC, and Jimmy cleaning up that round real fast, real quick. 9-2. Pretty sure we're on swap now, and I mean, once again, favored for UNL here. I don't know what ERU can do to try to at least slowly bring this one back so far.
I mean, 1 round isn't gonna make the biggest of differences here, because at its core, it is a very, very one-sided match. And going, you know, 9-3 versus 10-2, there is still such a wide gap that at a certain point, your mind just says, okay, we're at such a huge loss. We just need to do a lot to come back. And with Nebraska holding this angle, we see all these members at A site. Ooh, Rocky gonna be able to survive that. There was some competition there, but there we go. Eventually getting taken down, and they're gonna get healed up to a good amount of HP. So a loss, of course, for ERAU.
Yeah, shots fired by Jimmy. He's gonna get blinded out there as well.
You should run.
Cookie dropping some damage there. Meanwhile, ooh, McDonald's workers able to get the head off a Shadow there as well. Nebraska Finding another one off of Cookie, who's gonna stay alive just barely, keeping members up. Plant's gonna go down pretty quickly here. Keep shooting down
Spike
Cookie,
planted.
waiting for the other members to cop around here. McDonald's worker looking for some quick BM with a rocket. Gonna find
Enemy
one.
remaining.
Down to one member here. You're down to just Jade over on the side of UNL. Ball's currently blocked off. They're gonna bust that one open with a few shots. They're gonna try looking high here. Trying to use that one as a quick defense. Trying to look around. Not able to find much. Both members actually going quite wide with their shots overall. We're down to our final ticks. You gotta pull something crazy here.
Oh, here we go.
Diving down. Gonna
Enemy
find
remaining.
one. Ooh. Oh, they were able to find both, but I don't think they have time.
Yeah, no. It's, once again, it's just that the 1vx situation that I believe they have won 2 out of the 3
Switching
and
sides.
then haven't had time to get the spike. So there we go. You do find 1 round. Good for you. Now you have to get 6 more. And that seems like a nigh impossible task because look at the other side. Every single person on the side of UNL has double-digit scoring. Doubled 14, 13, 11, 11, 10. That shows you just the numbers across the board that they've been able to put up.
Yeah, and it does seem like Cookie really is the strong point here of ERU. It's just going really well. French has been able to get a few here and there. Same with McDonald's worker, but overall, it's just not been working really well. Nebraska's presence can be found on the start of this attacking round. It's multiple members, actually all members, going to slowly but surely rushing this point, forcing the last remaining members of ERU to start wrapping around behind here. But not much progress means you could be looking at some behind-the-scenes action. We do have McDonald's worker waiting around the corner. Some knife play coming out there from Nebraska. Not really expecting the shots coming out from around the corner. Able to get 1, but not 2, thanks to Frenzy's quick and small magazine size. As they're just going to be looking down mid here. They're going to start rotating straight over to B as other members starting to rush back in action.
Rocky sees the dart, so it should indicate that Asova's around the corner. Oh, barely missing the head there. Could have really made it a lot more equal for ERAU, as now Cookie's going to get spotted. They're going to get taken out. Shadow's going to take some damage, but not enough for them to really back off, as Frenchie's position has been spotted. You can see with that couple shots. No, it is going to actually be Frenchie winning that engagement. A
30
Shadow
seconds left.
turret almost actually puts them into the dust. It's just the HP on the side of this team
Spike
is
planted.
so close. And now from where they still have to be very, very careful how they take this. They're going to win the engagement, and that could change things monumentally.
1 enemy remaining. Last player standing.
1v1 down in the corner. Jimmy versus Going. Seen Jimmy before doing some crazy shots, and there's one right there. Peek in the head just out of a corner. Able to take that one to 10-3. 3 more rounds left for the side of UNL and quite a few more for the side of ERAU. You gotta find some way of trying to wrap this one in the corner. I mean, there's not much hope for you to win here, but I mean, there is a way for making your loss record look a lot less troublesome with only 3 rounds to your name.
When Jimmy's got that exact positioning of the enemy, then all you need is that little 1-2 step. Because, you know, both were on such a low HP, it was such a close duel that really one could have won it. Look at that dart. I love to see that, just going all the way over. Actually gonna be able to find where Rocky shut down by the deadly Guardian of Jimmy, and now that's gonna make it so mid is clear, garage is clear, and a lot of map control has been given over to this UNL side.
And Nebraska to pull back their cards and run back over to their corner. I mean, it's quite greedy there overall to try to go for that ulti point without really knowing what your corners were, where other members were. Soup once again on this Marshall. Soup really likes their sniper rifles, trying to go for something overall. Jimmy's gonna find the head of McDonald's worker, taking them out real quick as their scars start rushing the B site. Frenchie not able to pull off the moves that Jade was able to. Jade's just gonna shut that one down real quick. That's my fun special spot that I like to just eliminate multiple members of a team from. That's not yours. Meanwhile, going in Super Cookie, slowly but surely taking their time, trying to push into this point. They got 5 members to deal with. You can hopefully start chewing out some early on, but I mean,
Last player
it's
standing.
not going to work out well for you as Jimmy's able to get a 4K onto that kill. And yeah, 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds to try to make some sort of difference look a bit better than your situation right now because it's not looking good.
Early game Guardian in Jimmy's hands is possibly one of the most deadly weapons in this entire match. The numbers that they've put up over these last 2 maps with the Guardian in, the first 3-4 rounds is super impressive because the Guardian, it is a very kind of hit or miss weapon that's single fire. If you're not on point with where you're aiming, then a lot of times you're just going to end up dead.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy's proven me wrong on something. I guess there is a howitzer in this game because it's obviously in his hands right now. Man's able to take down a person in just a single shot or so, and it's terrifying how strong he is on trying to hold an angle. Not really seeing much. Just kind of catching off McDonald's worker here. Might have something coming around the corner.
You should run.
Firing some blind shots, trying to go for something. Meanwhile, we do have Frenchie dropping that ulti as well over B point. But unfortunately, the enemy team is looking a bit more like an A as everyone else is going to start wrapping around. That's going to just give them enough time to pop around there. As Jade's going to find one head, but it's going to fall quickly there to little Frenchie. Meanwhile, Jimmy back on that Guardian, absolutely deadly. Finding McDonald's worker once more. They're going to start planting on A, kind of throwing the entirety of ERAU for a bit of a loop here.
Right here.
And they are down the numbers as well, so they have to waste the time from Spike to go back over. You are going to see Sage take some damage as Primordial Soup is going to get back to that very, very good 100 HP. Now we are going to see them go on forward, going, and Super Cookie. Super Cookie gets taken out. It's just up to going. They're not even going to find one. We are on map and match point here.
This has been such a
match point.
Well, this is a much longer game than last time, but both of these maps have just felt really quick so far. It's just been, it hasn't been really close at all for the side of the ERAU to really turn that one around. I mean, we're most likely going to see a UNL win here unless they can pull the absolute craziest comeback of their life. And, I don't really know what they're going to be going for here in the end. We do have some a shot is going to be fired by Rocky, able to find Chamber in the chest, but you got a Sage, get a healy back up. No armor left for you though, so better start landing those shots, Nebraska. As Jimmy's going to find one, McDonald's worker will trade one back. As the members are just going to start pushing in here rapidly.
You do not want to repeat the mistakes of your past, but is Nebraska actually not even going to find Frenchie underneath? Actually, McDonald's worker in that garage. The killjoy in this little area has been just so deadly to both teams. Frenchie having that Odin is something that you see UNLs don't really want to contest. They're going to go to the A side. The only person on over there is going to be the Sage, who's actually backing off. So if you're a good team like UNL has proved themselves to be, A site is clear. This spike should go down, and if we look at their post-plant track record, this round should be theirs. This map should be theirs because they have just been so good in this post-plant situation. Little Frenchie going down, Primordial Soup on those rafters. It's kind of looking like it's all wrapped up in a neat little bow here, Cosmic.
Yeah, walls going up there. Shadow's able to pull out one. Doesn't really know what member's kind of standing up there wall waiting for I've got to drop them slows. Here's a coming, gets a headshot. There goes Super Cookie out for the count. And you're down to a 3v2. Plants down there. Clock is ticking. It's not looking good, and I don't even think they're really feeling willing to try here. Get a burst up in the door. Shots will find remaining. But it's going to be a really quick trade back over. Going's going to fall. Shadow's going to get a 3K.
Attackers
that's
win.
The map, and
Do not
that's
fight
the
us
game.
again.
You could see just the confidence. Jimmy underneath doing some little karambit tricks. As we are done with our match for tonight, I think we are at an hour. That was how long this one had been. And just, wow. What a one-sided affair here, Cosmic.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it. I love to like give both teams credit. I mean, credit while credit's due. ERAU definitely had some decent strats overall. We're definitely able to throw the opposing team for a loop. But I mean, yeah, it felt so one-sided. It was so in the back pocket of UNL that you could have just handed them the game and not shown up tonight. I mean, map one win for you in your back pocket. This one only three. It didn't feel too good, and I hope ERAU starts toughening up here. As you know, they're 0-3 now. There's not much left of a season for you if you don't start changing up your strat and you don't start working better. But with that, I think we are going to close out for the rest of the night here. I mean, bit of an early end for us, especially after last week's match, but feeling pretty solid overall. I want to thank all of you so much for tuning in tonight to this exciting Valorant match with me and Rose. Definitely quite an interesting one. I want to say thank you to both teams and GG to UNL Crimson for winning that one overall. I want to say another big old GG to our sponsors as well for allowing GG Leagues to bring these exciting matchups to you at your home, on your computers, phones, laptops, whatever you got going on there. Tomorrow we do have an exciting matchup of Rocket League between Cardinal Esports and Replay Stallions Academy. Should be a very interesting one there if you're going to be going over there. And I want to once again say great good night to all of you out there. Stay safe, stay warm. I know spring is looking around the corner, but we got a little bit left of winter here to go ahead and toughen out through. Have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow and the rest of the week here at GG Leagues.